What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic one time for the one time. I know this isn't a high profile fight. It's a real hardcore shit for hardcore fans right here. Gilberto Rameriz team says that Jesse Hart fight is pretty much done, and they have a date for late September, estimated date for late September. They have been training hard. They thought the Jesse Hart fight would be going down in July, but it got pushed to September for the simple fact that I can just put two and two together. Top-ranking ESPN, or top-ranking Walt Disney, ESPN, ABC, all the same company, has hashed out a deal where Top Rank has 8 fight dates for this year, next year, potential 18 fight dates on ESPN and potentially ABC. Pacquiao Horn is going down July, whatever the hell it is, on regular ESPN, so that's a good deal, good to hear for boxing. But, this is a good fight right here. True, almost a pick'em fight. Gilberto Rameriz, I give him a slight edge. He's the world champion. Most notable fight that he fought was Arthur Abraham, and pretty much after that, it was a lot of solid and, come-up fights as a prospect. Jesse Hart, he beat one undefeated guy. He TKO'd him, but really nobody of name on there. Hell of a prospect resume. He's been match made well. As far as Ramirez, he's been match made as well. It's good too. And this is probably be their first, both of these guys' first real resistance fight. I think, it could be a pick'em fight. I would call this almost a 50-50 fight. I would slightly favor Ramirez, probably with a 60-40 split or 55-45 split in this fight, just because he did beat Arthur Abraham and showed the ability to box. Jesse Hart is a great athlete, fast hands, good power, but he tends to be too impatient and too wild. Is the book on him. He gets forgotten in a large pool of American young talent. Gilberto Rameriz gets lost in the shadow of Canelo Alvarez and Chavez Sr. as well, and other young Mexican fighters that are out there, because he fights at a weight class that pretty much foreign to Mexicans. I think he's the first super middleweight world champion for Mexican. He has a lot of potential. He's a good solid boxer. Just came off a long layoff. Just beat Max Bursack in Carson, California, on Oscar Valdez Moraga card. Most people are going to largely favor him. A lot of people have been turned off by Jesse Hart. He got knocked down by a journeyman, but it's part of the game. It's a learning experience. I think he has a good chance at winning this fight. Gilberto Rameriz is a rising star. I thought he was the class of this division. Still may be the class of this division, but I like David Benavidez a lot as well, and that's a good fight to see coming down the pipe between David Benavidez and the winner of this fight. But people would tend to probably side with Gilberto Rameriz. He's been calling Triple G out for years. When Triple G comes up to 168 pounds, if he chooses to, he got to fight with him. Top Rank is willing to make the fight. They believe in him. He's almost a 6'3", super middleweight, one of the tallest with Callum Smith. Jesse Hart is 6'2", too big, long, rangy. But the difference is that between these two guys, that Gilberto Rameriz knows how to use his height. He's more patient. He's more polished. Jesse Hart is wild and just relies on his athletic ability and leaves himself open. So I can see why people would heavily favor Gilberto Rameriz, but you never know what somebody made of until they get a shot at the world title. So this your boy CJ Goodfella. Guess what? We gone.